The goal was, in the beginning, was to bridge and to bring people together and seek understanding. Every facilitator has their own style. I instigate some areas for them to be able to reveal and to learn. Freaking loner? What are you hiding there for? Because the kids then, can deal with it or have to deal with it. Terrorists, they're all terrorists. Put that in big letters, terrorists. Are you Jews waiting for the train or what? The Mexican brown group will clean up because they're good at it. If you could train leaders or train potential leaders to become active leaders, then changes will happen and the environment of the school will change. We're hoping that they become less vulnerable. Now they can face it, now they can deal with it, now they have a greater understanding and strength, hopefully.
Have you ever been pressured to be intimate when you really didn't want to?
I was definitely nervous about coming here. I just think maybe because I haven't been to a camp in a long time, and I'm the type of person to avoid things that make me uncomfortable. So this is definitely way out of my comfort zone, and I was very anxious.
I thought I knew what I was about to experience. I had heard some things about it from students who had gone before, that they came back feeling bonded, that they ended up meeting students that they would never have otherwise probably met, that they felt a sense of community that they hadn't felt before.
What I hope to see from this camp is I really hope to see the magic of leadership get sparked in both our younger and our older individuals so that they can pass the torch on to others next time.
I felt like it was a setup, a well-intentioned setup, but I felt like it was a setup.
How many of you feel a little bit closer to each other? Right? Yeah.
The goal of the camp is really all about trying to understand what the others go through because of their race or gender or ability status.
We got to find ourselves and help other people find themselves as well. We can finally let all the things that was been bothering us out.
Defective, yes.
Ghetto.
It just breaks me down so much that people will call me retarded for no reason.
Have you ever been called a slut or a whore?
Prostitutes, hoes, bitches.
If I ate dog, have you seen my dog?
And a coward yells out his window, nigger!
Someone told me to kill myself. That shouldn't be here. Would you consider suicide if you were given this disability?
So when we started to ask them to get into groups based on sex or race or ability and disability or sexual orientation or immigration status, and to brainstorm all of the negative language they've heard about the other groups that weren't in the room, I thought, I'm not sure that this is going to be worth the pain this might cause to teach the lesson that we want to teach.
I did not enjoy all of the stereotypes about African Americans. Hearing negative things about myself really made me feel crappy. So I was just standing up there really vulnerable, and that was just odd.
It just was too uncomfortable. I didn't really have, because everyone was saying negative things, and I just didn't have anything negative. So I didn't want to participate that much. I feel like if anyone had all those harsh words just thrown at them at once, they would feel like, oh man, I'm a piece of shit or something.
I did worry about kids who face oppression on a daily basis and face judgment on a daily basis. But having a role to play where they have to wear their victimhood on their sleeve so that people who have more privilege can understand how much pain some of their classmates are in.
I didn't really feel comfortable enough coming up and saying, hey, that's not right, because I just didn't want to get ganged up on like that, because everyone was so positive about this negative talk.
What's the point? You know, like, what's the point if people believe this about me? What is to stop me from believing it about myself or living up to their stereotypes?
So I wonder how many kids go back and do drugs, or how many kids go back and want to cut, or how many kids go back and want to shoot themselves or jump off a bridge. But I do want to know, are they feeling better or worse after this?
So we're not a mental health organization, nor do we claim to be a mental health organization. For them to be able to express themselves, express their fear, their anger, their frustration in a safe setting where others will understand what they're going through, there's no judgment, and there's acceptance, that's a really great feeling for the students.
Well, camp was only 4 days, so within that 4 days, I probably cut a lot more than I would have within 2 weeks. I felt like maybe they needed to talk about coping skills, because they, they made us feel these intense emotions, and then they were kind of like, okay, circle up time to be cheery and happy. But where's the coping skills? What do you do when you can't pull yourself out of it?
Because kids need to talk about the issues, but you talk about it in a way that's not going to reinforce trauma. You talk about it in a way where you have skilled practitioners and clinicians in the room that even when it comes, it erupts. The kids have somewhere to go to be able to recover from it.
If I can sneak off and go harm myself, what can someone else do? And I feel like there just needed to be more of something.